Did you all see how I've made multiple things work today? Did you see that? That's like 2 whole things that have worked today. Color me impressed. You're all so wonderful. Thanks to all of you, sweet magicals. Oh, hey, user, welcome in. We get to do, in theory, sketchbook tours live on stream. Coloring counts as an art. Prebis colored himself impressed. That counts as an art. That gift that Zero just dropped, also counting it. Counting it as art. And just how many things have you broken? At least 14, Razor. At least 14 are broken at present. Don't tell the mods. Don't tell the mods. Hi, user. User, your timing's perfect. So, thanks to all of you, we're aiming to do sketchbook tours every month or 2. And these sketchbook tours end up in a YouTube playlist that is available to patrons. So if ever you want to walk back through all of our sketchbook tours, you can actually do that. This one we might make available to everybody because I don't know how long it's going to be before we can do it on stream, because our ability to get things done on stream has been mid. It's been mid. I did 285 crochet stitches so far. If you want to count, I do want to count those, Raven. I want to count all of those. User, welcome in. We just did announcements. One of my favorite things about this sketchbook is it has the Take Pride in Yourself sticker, which is from Kel's Pride Knits collection. I love getting to put all of our friends' stickers on here. This was supposed to be done on stream. What did you, I mean, Mars, your plans always seem to go perfectly. You all seem to do a great job with all of your plans. And I love getting to showcase all of your incredible stickers because I fully understand the sticker fear and the way that it can be distressing to use a sticker. I completely understand that. So I agonize over the stickers that I send to all of you. So that's, that is a magical thing to me when when I get to put them all someplace that I treasure. So this sketchbook was actually started last year and finished last year, so it's actually not very old. Some of the color might be a little bit weird on camera, but that's okay. I have this little swatch card. I don't know if you remember, we got a Beam Paints sketchbook from Imaginary Friend, which I really, really love. I think these paints are incredible. Silver, hi Silver. Silver, you're just in time. We just finished announcements and we're doing a sketchbook tour. Imagine. Welcome in, friend. Welcome in. And one of the things about this sketchbook is that it might be kind of hard to see just the pencil, but I watched a lot of Bee and Puppy Cat last year. I watched a lot of Bee and Puppy Cat, and you can tell, okay? I went down a Bee and Puppy Cat rabbit hole because we get obsessed with cartoons. And I don't know, I think I saw a ceramic artist who was covering their art with these little buddies, and I think little characters on ceramics are the cutest thing. We probably don't need the cute closed. And I wanted to try, I really like the idea of taking stuff from one medium and translating it into another. That's very pleasing to me. These feel like Adventure Time characters. I don't know if this is actually from Adventure Time or not, but I feel like I was probably watching Adventure Time when I saw it. Like, this is very Bee and Puppy Cat. This right here, this is my dream. Okay, listen. My dream is to have just like an entire sketchbook just of little loaf cats. I want to fill an entire sketchbook of loaf cats. I'm not going to look right now, Mars, because it makes me feel my feelings and I'm trying to do a sketchbook tour. And I can't feel every feeling simultaneously with a sketchbook tour, so. Oh, look. Loaf cats. Oh, look. Adventure Time. Adventure Time. Come on, grab your friends. When I love a cartoon, I love it so much. When I love a cartoon, I love it so much with my entire heart. Chimkins also. I am so in love with drawing little chicks and chimkins. This brings me no end of joy. Are these little, was I trying to, yeah, more loaf cats. More loaf cats. Look at them. Give loaf cat stickers. Oh, that's one of the things. So I'm looking at one of the options that I think is going to be in the Quasar tiers soon is the ability to choose pieces that get turned into multiples, like that get turned into perks. There, you're gonna start to have some picking power in there because we get requests like that a lot. So I wanna. The world needs even more love cats, right? I agree. More love cats for everybody. Oh, this is one of my favorite things to do. I don't know if any of you have been here for a sketchbook tour before. I don't feel any pressure whatsoever to like fill an entire page, or sometimes I see people have like very, very full sketchbooks and I'm super impressed by it, but I don't worry about doing it at all. I think it looks really cool, but if I'm working through a sketchbook and I do one little thing and I'm like, I love it, that's fine. That's totally fine. Totally fine. Hey, little frog friend. Little frog friend. Yeah, potentially silver. So one of the things that the Quasar tier spots that I'm looking to add for the Quasars is the ability to pick stuff that can be Patreon perks. Yeah, like to be part of that design process. That's two tiny little thickabees. Oh, I feel like this was, I think I was looking at another ceramic artist that had little characters on their mugs, kind of like this, and I was in love with them. Yeah, there's no rules with sketchbooks. You can literally do anything. This is one perplexed bear. I love drawing stuff that like breaks the margins of the page. That's really fun to me. I don't know what the bear is so perplexed about, but they're definitely unsure. They're ruminating on something. Could be anything. Oh, this is when, who was here when we were doing the sketchbook hangout and I had Richard Scarry books out. I'm still obsessed with all of the Richard Scarry books. The Lowly Worm, et al. I was just in love over that. I always forget about spreading stuff over 2 pages until I see someone else do it. Weston and I have a shared love of sketchbooks. Apple Car. I really love how this one turned out. This one I think is pretty cute. Line work is always fun. This was one of the ones that we got to spend a little bit of time on, just celebrating. Richard Scarry is amazing. Oh, these were initial sketches. I think I was playing around with a new pen. Yeah. The Busy World of Richard Scarry. Is that a Moomin? This might be a Moomin. Is it? No, I think this is a Richard Scarry one. Aw, I'm so glad. Silver. I'm so glad you like them. Tardigrade Parade was really fun to draw. Tardigrade Parade was fun. I haven't sort of had like an animal or creature that I had never heard of or encountered become so fascinating to me like that in a while. I love tardigrades. I don't know if I told you this, I messaged my brother, who's the one who's a physicist and like very involved in the sciences, and I messaged him about tardigrades and I was like, is this real? Or is this true? Is this facts? And he was like, yeah, that's all true. That's all real. And I was like, oh my God, I love them. Yeah, water bears. Little water bears. I love them. Moss piglets, exactly. What were they? Microscopic extremophiles. But I think that's what National Geographic called them. I was reading when I was going in my deep dive of articles. They just go, I touch you and then borrow your DNA. I did not know that, Raven. What? This is little loving buns. Just sweet little loving buns. I think I was testing out new pencils when I was doing that. This little sheepy peepees. Little sheepy floofs. Little sweetie sheepy floofs. This is, see, look at like stuff like this. Like if I draw one cat in a plant and I'm like, this is great. That's fine. It's fine. I'll draw and I'll be like, I did it. That's it. I did it. Yeah. Oh, this is a bear mountain. I don't know why. There's a bear mountain. Do they really? Monica, I feel like I remember. Did we talk about that once before? Glares at cat. Not supposed to sit in plants. Yeah. This cat definitely got their own way. And look at the cat knows it. This cat fully knows they're not allowed in plants. They so know that. This is a bear. This is Mountain Bear. Mountain Bear does not care. Mountain Bear loves it there. Mountain Bear never swears. And I think this is with those pastel watercolor crayons that I absolutely love and am obsessed with. Oh, this is the bear with the giant fish. I drew a lot of bears in here. Mountain bear does not care. So many rhyming possibilities. I love it here. Silver here loves you back. Fish. This bear has a fish. What was Raven's getting the fish. No, I can't be that silly. I'm trying to get through this. Yeah, I just love the idea of like a little baby bear caught a giant fish and is so pleased. Getting the fish. Did any of you, who remembers, I feel like I saw this clip on YouTube of Bert and Ernie fishing, and Ernie just goes, here, fishy, 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 fishy. Here, fishy, fishy. And Bert's like, that's not going to work. And then, here, fishy. And then all the fish just jump in the boat. Thank you, Luke, for already finding that link. See what I'm saying about Bee and Puppy Cat? So this is just to layer pencil crayon. I was literally just playing around with layering pencil crayon. But I was so in love with watching Bee and Puppy Cat. There's Cardamom and Sticky, another little angry puppy cat. I'm sorry that the colors are a little bit washed out on here. This is look at just bears. I'm just all about bears in this sketchbook because you know I'm all about that bears, so chunky. I'm all about that bear and a lion. Sometimes we love a lion. Do you ever look at kid paintings and think like that's the perfect representation of that creature? It needs nothing more. I was looking at kid art because I adore kid art, and specifically when kids are representing animals and stuff, I feel like they do such an immaculate job. And when I see, I'm like, no notes. You know, this is everything I need to know for lion. You know, and this is specifically, I was looking at, it was like an art teacher's lesson plan or something that she was doing. There was sort of like a formula to it, and it just makes me so happy. Oh my gosh, are you serious, Weston? Let's all go. Field trip immediately. Did everybody see the beautiful capybara stickers that Struble sent me? Yeah, thanks, Kiki. Can you bring me one, please? BRB, going to Japan to pet capybaras. Kiki, can you take me with you? Oh, I forget what this kind of shark is called, but I love them. The kind of like, they look sort of like flattened out and they're speckle freckled. This is just more just, I think I had new pencil crayons and I was like, let's draw some fish. You know, I want to go to Japan to the cafe and pet capybara. Capybara, 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 capybara. Yeah. Whale shark. I think that's right. They're like big flattened ones. Yeah, I like this concept of like a little alligator, and they just have, because you know how sometimes birds they'll have kind of like a symbiotic relationship with gators where they like get the stuff out of their teeth and the gator like lets them do dental work on them and doesn't eat them. I like that. I find that fascinating. Whale shark, yeah, thank you. I like the drawing style on that gator. Thank you, Previs. I'm honored. Thank you, friend. I remember this was I was looking at video game art. I'm still so obsessed with these pencils. If you're looking for just a great way to like loosen up so easily, these kind of like confetti tipped pencils, these are fantastic, that just change color as you're sketching, and they're big, so they're kind of pleasing to hold and feel a little bit like drawing as a kid. So good. Fine liner, watercolor, yeah, so like a watercolor sketchbook. Mixed media would be okay too, but I don't know what creature this is, but I don't remember drawing this at all, actually. I like that this giraffe and this creature, I feel like they wanted to smooch and this creature was too short, so this is the solution that they found, which is very cute. And very cute. Yeah, it looks like it's from a game, doesn't it? Yeah, I was probably looking at, I feel like this one was from video game art too, or inspired by video game art. I don't know if it's a specific character, but yeah. Oh, this is so sometimes, every once in a while, not all the time, but every once in a while, I will decide that I should try to fill an entire 2-page spread, and I will very rarely actually do so. This was just Shy Guy or No Face with Antlers. Yeah, maybe, eh? Doodle pages. All the little doodle pages. All the pretty little doodles. I also think it's interesting to try to draw a bunch of different things and make them look like they're in the same universe. I don't know if you ever experienced this, but sometimes I think that the way that I draw is very inconsistent. And I don't say that with any like upset. That's not, I don't have any negative feeling about that. It just means that trying to draw a bunch of things and have them look like they belong in the same world is something that I kind of have to do on purpose, Did you say Cutiverse? I didn't, but I could have. These could all be in the Cutiverse. So again, remember that alligator? I loved the idea of like a narwhal, and then they have some bird friends, and there's this like relationship between the narwhal and the bird friends where they like shuttle. I love the idea of a narwhal shuttling birds like across a river or something. This is so pleasing. Yeah, same. Silver, same. I think a lot of people are in that boat or in that narwhal, Raises paw in inconsistent style. It happens. Narwhal swimming in the ocean. These little buddies. There is a sculptor. And if I remember the handle, I will tell you. But there's a sculptor whose carvings I absolutely love, and I draw them all the time because I find it really helpful to draw sculptures, especially kind of like cute sculptures, because they're a little bit simplified. It's one of the techniques that, has anybody done the Meds 100 Heads challenge? Amedadori made, where it's like there's a Pinterest board with 100 different portraits, and the idea is that you try to draw 100 heads in, I think it's 7 days or 10 days or something, and it's just like a practice, like a speed run practice, which is wonderful. And one of the recommendations that's in there is that some of the portraits are sculptures. And I actually find that really helpful because the sculpture is naturally just like a little bit smoother. The lighting is a little bit simpler. And one of the things about something that's like carved into a shape or sculpted, unless it's like deliberately hyper realistic, is that the form has already kind of been simplified a little bit, so it can make for really good drawing. Kind of like, I don't know if any of you remember when we were talking about practicing drawing interiors, and one of my best exercises for that is to take them from things like Animal Crossing, because a cute game has naturally simplified forms and shapes, so you'll learn all the same lessons without sort of the overwhelming input of detail, because we can get really overwhelmed with detail, or we can feel like there's no way to capture it accurately before you lose interest in the thing that you're drawing. This is maybe an alligator dressed up in pajamas. This is one of the little fidget toys. I freaking love these fidget toys. There's some right behind me. I still use them all the time. Scrinkles, I think they're called. This is a little doodle of a duck on a pond. And I think, what were we doing? Does anyone remember? What were we trying to do? Hat, Craig, Chimkin, Doodle, Frog, Giblet, Cappy, Franix, Reading Frog, Kazoe, Gong, Hairbeast, Grempit, Brettle, Flenda, Tren, Wishfish. What is, I don't know what that was. This is blue. There was something under it, and then I wanted to see how opaque the paint I was using was, so I painted it. Oh, Cow Pal's front cover. Luke is right. The Cow Pal's front cover ended up being an amalgamation of line work from a bunch of stuff that we did for streaming. Yes, Luke, you're so smart. Luke. And we were trying to decide what would be included on it. What happened to Wishfish? I didn't put everything. This was just suggestions. I took them in order of what I thought was important, and I liked Wishfish, but it didn't feel like it was like deeply entrenched channel lore, the same way that something like Craig or the Franix would be, Do you mean literally what happened to like the things that we used for Wishfish or Tren? I don't think I put Tren on the cover. I think I willfully did not. Wishfish, yeah, see. Wishfish was a game that we played. Was it for my birthday? I had like a little pond and little fishes and a toy uh, fishing rod. I forget what this is called, but I love them. This is an underwater something. What is it? I got a chaos bracelet from Wish Fish Nudie Branch. Is that what this is called? And what you fished out was what the person won. Yeah. Yeah, so it was like a carnival game, but you won stuff. I forget why we were doing it. Sea sheep. Sea slug. Wish Fish. It's so cute. I love it. And it's little, like, you know when something has a face that's not its face? I love that. Like, I don't think these are eyes, and yet, yes, they are. Yes, they are. I just love this thing. I'm going to have to adjust the color on here. It's really not accurate. This was one of the squishy houses. I think this might be the first thing that went in this sketchbook because we were trying to do a comparison between sketchbooks. So we have this one, which is this a Strathmore? Might be Lustrum? No, Moleskine. This is a Moleskine. And we were comparing Moleskine, Lustrum, and Art Creations, I think. We all drew in the sketchbook. I loved it. I love doing squishy houses. They're still one of my favorites. More squishy houses. This is a Brunetti from a workshop. Speaking of workshops, remind me, I have a question to ask you about workshops later. Oh, really? Monica, that sounds amazing. Are they on Instagram? This was another one of the exercises that I think we did during a hangout, a sketching hangout, because I was using watercolor pastels. And something about drawing bouquets I find really relaxing. Fleurs. The fleurs, yeah, it's kind of like the squishy houses for me. This is a really relaxing way to break in a sketchbook. And I love just randomly going to pages. Mm-hmm. These two little critters are growing at different rates. And that's fine. They're still friends. Thank you, Monica. Sunshine and Seas. That's a cute handle. I'll open that up to look at later. This is my Monstera. Or a Monstera. It's not Monty, but a Monstera. Oh, this is another page where I think we did this maybe. Did we do this during a patrons only hangout? I think, was this the one where we were testing all of the black pens? Pretty sea sheeps. Monstera plants are great. I love Monty. Monty's wonderful. I actually had to recently rotate Monty because Monty's growing really heavily in one direction. Yeah. All these little cuties. Yeah, asked you for animals, and we were going through, I think I was trying to decide what ink pens I was gonna do. Is it good? Oh, I'm excited to check it out. Yeah, Monty's behind me. That's Monty. Monty the Stera. Because eyes. Yetis, obviously. What would a sketchbook be without some Yetis? These are particularly fluffy Yetis. Freaking love drawing Yetis. I like the idea of clouds, like little sun being kind of like swaddled in clouds. I think that's very cute. The pencil stuff doesn't show up very well. I'm sorry. This is how many times it takes me to decide on expressions for different character work. That I have to draw a face like 100 times. This is another thing with having an inconsistent style. If there's time in between drawing a character, I find it really hard to like get back into it. Random little doodles. Oh, I feel like this is from maybe Bee and Puppy Cat. I can't remember. Yeah, I think Bee and Puppy Cat. One of the universes that Bee and Puppy Cat goes to, and that's like one of the monster creatures. This is a very angry sheep. Maybe sheep. It's enraged. I don't know. I love how the googly eyes are placed on Monty's butt. Yeah, because Stera. They got a Stera. They're looking at you. I just like googly eyes. Also, I think it's funny that sometimes my camera thinks that's the face to look at. And I'm like, you're not wrong. The little raccoon. Sometimes I just like seeing how round I can make an animal. You know? Some chimkins. How round can we draw a chimkin? You know? Oh, I'm excited. Will I, JD? That's fun. I hope so. I love finding new artists. I don't know who that is, but they're very cute. Oh, this is, okay. Like, trying to capture the face of pugs is truly a joy. There's just something about pugs. There's just something about pugs. Bless their derpy little faces. I just love them. These are some roaned burbs. Just little fluffies. We have, I think they're called house sparrows in front of the studio a lot of the time. And because it's winter, they're like spherical right now. It's so cute. They're like a little cotton ball with a tiny little beak just sticking out. And it's adorable because they get real fat in the winter and I love it. This is testing out watercolor drawing and, same thing, just trying to make really simple shapes for animals especially is one of my favorite things. Like I particularly like this little frog. This little hapless frog. My partner calls them the sparrows around the house milking. They're always in little packs and groups, so that makes sense. This is the roundest penguin, because how fluffy can you make a penguin? The limit does not exist. Okay. A white bird covered in soot. That's cute, Monica. This is trying to use pencil crayon, I think. Just really scratchy pencil crayon and seeing how it would layer. This is more, I was looking at kid art. And I was using those giant, they look like lipsticks. Art crayons, I think they're called. I was using giant art crayons and just fully scribbling through it, and it was wonderful. And they're very, very satisfying to play with. This is another one from that little sculpture series. Not inspired by that. Not really. There's not really that much likeness, but that I know that's where I got the idea from. And then this is just scribbling faces. This is actually probably from Med's 100 Heads challenge, because I do that often. These are little funny bats. I don't know who that is. Look at who are you? But you're great. I should do something with this character. Why are you so perplexed? Where are you going? Who is she? And yet, I love her. Anonnabat. And this is, look at. Who's been watching Bee and Puppy Cat? It's me. Hi. I'm the problem, it's me. The idea that fruit would be baffled by each other is really funny to me. The idea of strawberries and an apple or something just being put together in a bowl and being like, what is that? I find that very funny. And they're just staring sus at each other. More loaf cats, because the world needs more loaf cats. There was a reason for this. I was trying to turn a little Christmas pudding into a house. I feel like this was a request of some kind. There's one blueberry on this page. I refer to the colony of sparrows I feed. The Sparrow's Court. I like that, Kiki. This is actually my shopping list for IKEA. That light is on it. I don't know if you can see that. As is that shelf that now hosts all our emotional support stuffies. As are these two little benches that I still haven't put together. But I need to. I just want to paint them first. This was that exercise when we were doing the sketchbook hang and someone asked how to use up, they weren't using the whole page. And we did the pizza exercise, which is a great one for getting used to occupying your real estate. And that's the entire sketchbook. That is the entire sketchbook.